Hey peeps, today I am back with a tutorial, and this tutorial is actually going to be on all of the new products I got. So this is going to be like all new products, like a full face of new products, as well as like pretty much like a review of everything that I'm using. So let's go ahead and just get started and get right into it. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my brows. And I do have my eyebrows arched. Okay, so now I'm going to take my spoolie. And what I like to do to get my faded look is I just take the spoolie and just place it from the front and move back. So place it at the front and move back. Place at the front, move back quickly. And that's how I get my kind of faded gradient look. But you can also use a brush. Okay, so that part's pretty much done. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and outline it with concealer. So here's my concealer right here. I am using the Toffee LA Girl concealer. Once I get done with my brows, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and like start talking just about different topics and things going on in the world, on Twitter, Instagram, all that. Okay, so boom, period poo. It cracks me up to say period poo. Just cracks me up. So we're gonna repeat the same thing on the other side. So pretty much I feel like my brows are practically the same. So what I'm gonna do is put the concealer away and use my beauty blender to just smooth out the concealer and just try to get as close to the brow as possible without touching it. Oh, was I covering y'all? My bad. But all I was doing was tapping like this and just trying to get as close as possible. And I just make sure that I drag it on the nose and all that and drag it down just so there are no lines of demarcation, because we don't want that at all. Okay, so the next thing that I do is put on my Smashbox shadow photo finish shadow primer. And this just helps the shadow from creasing. Like literally when I don't put this on, the shadow just creases so bad. Now a lot of YouTubers use concealers and stuff as bases. I have not ever done that because I just use this shadow primer and that's what keeps all of my stuff really smooth. I mean, another reason why YouTubers use those bases is because they usually will use them pretty light or like a white color, which will make your eyeshadows pop. Now I will like use a white primer when I'm doing a cut crease, but I've never used a white primer all over my eye to make the colors pop. And I've honestly never done a look that I felt like needed a white base on the whole eye to make the colors pop. Okay, so that is everything as far as getting yourself ready to start on the shadow. I do my brows first. Like I just can't do my shadow without my brows done first. Like it's just not gonna happen. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get into some of the new products, which I'm so excited to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the first thing that I'm gonna use today, which is the Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette. So this is what it looks like right here. Well, this is the box. And then on the back side of the box shows you all the colors. So how many colors is it? So 21 shadows. all together in this palette, and it does come with a bomb mirror as well. So let me go ahead and show you the actual palette. So here is the actual palette right here. It is so cute, and then it also just goes and does that on the back side as well. Now I'm not sure if this palette is being discontinued or not, but it is on sale at Ulta. I think originally it was like $49, and I think I got it for like $29. It was on sale. And then let me show you the inside. So here's the mirror. You can see my setup. And then here are the shadows. I just think this palette is so cute, and so many people like recommended this to me and said that they really like the palette. So they told me that they think I would really like it. This mirror is so clear, like, oh my gosh, I can't even believe how clear this mirror is. And then just the shadows also, like, these shadows look really cute. Like, I really love the brown in here. The shimmers look really good. I swatched this like when I was going to go buy it, so at least the shimmer colors are really good. I didn't really swatch too many of the matte colors just because, I don't know, like, I just feel like matte colors are matte colors. Like, it's not too much to swatch other than to see if they're patchy, but I just felt like the shimmers were so good that the other ones should not be that patchy or, you know, not that good. So I wasn't too pressed to like try swatching them. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick a color. So I mean, I already know what colors I'm going to use, so I'm actually going to go into what is called Hell Ride. So Hell Ride is this one right here, so I'm going to go ahead and go into that color for my crease. Okay, so we're just gonna pop that right like kind of right above my crease, not for my crease, I meant kind of for the transition shade is what I'm using the Hell Ride color for. I'm using my Anastasia brush that came in the Modern Renaissance palette. So I'm just using the blender brush side because it is like a duo brush. There's another side to it. But anyway, y'all, so one thing that I did want to talk about today is what is going on with Supa. So the owner of Crayon Case, she is like having some memory loss problems, and actually I just pulled up her Instagram and it is currently private at 2:42 p.m. What is it? June 11. Her page is private for some reason. Not too long ago she was on live and her husband like took her off. As soon as he came into the room, he was like, "You're getting off of here." But that's just crazy. Like, she's suffering memory loss, and nobody, at least like people on social media, it doesn't seem like anyone knows the exact details, because the people closest to her, like, they said there's a problem, but they haven't really said too much. So like Tokyo Vanity, and then there's this other girl that's been going places with her when she wants to go out. They haven't really said too much, so nobody really 100% knows. So everybody's saying that, like, seems like there's 3 things that people might know of that's causing this for her. Is that she's just been experiencing memory loss period since she had her child. Some people are saying that she which is called like pregnancy brain, and then also people are saying that she has had a postpartum stroke from stress and like from having the baby and like all that type of stuff. And then people are also saying that she has liver problems, and Ben had liver problems and all that. But girl, I also saw somebody commenting and saying, oh, she faking because what they say, they said she's faking because if you have liver problems, you're not supposed to be drinking. But wasn't she just drinking like on vacation or doing something? Like, don't she always be drinking? Like, don't we see her drinking? Like, if you have liver problems, why are you drinking? And then but then they said something dumb. They were like, how was she able to sign into her Instagram account if she can't even remember her name? Boo, because who signs out of their Instagram? It's automatically signed in. She didn't have to remember anything. It's sitting there on her phone. What are you talking about? Like, I hate when people say dumb stuff. Like, are you dumb? Like, what are we talking about here? And then that just like disqualifies everything you were saying in the first place, because you can't even make sense to your own self about stuff that's clear as day. Okay, so I have the Hell Ride on, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into Punk. Let me show you guys what Punk looks like. Punk is so cute. You can't really tell how cute Punk is, but this is Punk. Okay, you can kind of tell a little cuter, like how cute it is right now. I think like the lighting kind of adjusted, but Punk is so cute. So we, oh god, I almost dropped. I almost dropped it. Oh my god, that would have been tragic. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a different brush to apply Punk. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. Professional Blending Eye Brush to apply Punk right into the crease. But yeah, y'all, like, let me know how y'all feel about all this stuff with Supa Cent. I do want her to get better, just because, like, you know, you are just starting to benefit from all your hard work and have success, and you just had a baby. And it just seems like her and her husband really love each other, and I just want her to be able to experience all that, you know, she has been working to have. So that's the only reason why I really want her to get better, since like I don't know her, so there's no like personal gain to me for her to want to get better. But just the fact that you don't want to see people like have bad stuff happen to them right as like they were getting to what they worked so hard for, it's just really tragic. Okay, I don't know what this brown is doing. Like, I don't know if this brown, like, it's making it darker right here, but I don't know if I think it's cute. It seemed like a good idea in my head. Like, it's darkening it up and making it look like kind of plummy. I might have to apply some black to this, just because I don't know, this brown situation isn't turning out how I wanted it to. Oh, another thing that's going on in the world is the Central Park 5 documentary has come out, which I still haven't watched it. I'll probably watch it tonight with my mother. I've been supposed to watch it since I had some days off from work, but just so many things have been happening. Can y'all tell the difference? But yeah, so me and my mom, we watched something that was like just on regular TV because we don't have cable. So we watched something that was talking about the Central Park 5, I guess like gearing up for the fact that it was about to like go on Netflix like the next day or something. So we watched something, I forget what we were watching. I don't know if it was 60 Minutes or what it was, but we were watching something, and it was talking about the Central Park 5. So that's where I'm basing like my knowledge from, since I have not actually seen the documentary yet. But pretty much, you know, the whole thing is, did they do it or did they not do it? And when I'm not like 100% knowledgeable on something, but my sisters are, I will just ask them how they feel, because I trust their opinion, and like we pretty much like think the same about a lot of things. So it's like, if they feel that way, then like that's what it is for me personally. So I asked my little sister what she thought, because she watched it and she had posted about it on her Instagram. So I asked her like how she feel, like do she think they did it or what? And she was like, oh, 100% they did not do it. Like there's no way that they did it. And then apparently the guy that got it the worst, the one that got charged as an adult, because I think he was 16, apparently he had only went to the station, the police station, to support his friend and, you know, make sure his friend was doing okay and not super scared and alone. And they decided to start questioning him, because I guess at 16 you didn't need At least at that time, I'm not sure what the rules are now, but at that time you did not need someone to an adult or parent to be with you to get questioned and interrogated and stuff. So apparently they were beating him and doing a whole bunch of stuff, you know, trying to coerce him to admit to doing the crime. And then eventually that's pretty much what happened. And then, you know, somebody, after 7 years of them serving 7 years in jail, this other guy committed the or admitted to committing the crime. And the thing is, what my sister said, because, you know, the New York police, in the thing that I watched, the New York police were saying, oh no, even if that guy did it, even if he had a part in it, he couldn't have done it alone. Like, the evidence says that he can't do it alone, blah 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 blah. Like, the police were just standing by what they did, which is convicting those children. But my sister was saying, oh, when you watch the documentary, it also tells about the other crimes, or at least this is what she made it seem like to me, is that it tells the other crimes that the dude that actually admitted to doing it, it tells the other crimes that he did. And he did the same exact thing to other people, like literally the same exact thing by himself. So if he did literally the same type of damage to somebody else all alone, why are y'all trying to say he couldn't have done that type of damage to somebody else? Period. Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? I just don't understand. So pretty much, in my sister's eyes, they didn't do diddly squat dick diddle. You feel me? So that's what it is then. They didn't do it. Cause my sister said. Oh, crack myself up. Okay, so I'm gonna just go back into that hell ride, just to make sure the transition is smooth from the two colors. So that brown really made it look like a plummy type of color. Okay, and then I'm just gonna dip one more time into punk, just to make sure we didn't lose the color. So I'm gonna go into the Wild Heart color in the Urban Decay palette, but then to go on the inner corner area, I'm gonna go into this other new product that I got, Laura Geller New York, and this is the Cools palette. And I really wanted to get this one because of that gray color right here. Really wanted it because of this gray. This gray was the ultimate deciding factor for me. And there's a lot of shimmery colors in here. Most of it is shimmery colors, and then there's 3 mattes, and that's 8 colors altogether. So it's 5 shimmers, 3 mattes. That gray color is a matte, the blue is the matte, and then the beige color is a matte. All the other colors are shimmers. So what I'm gonna do is go into the Wild Heart color, which is in the Urban Decay. I'm gonna show you that in just a second. And then I'm gonna go into this color right here for the inner corner of my eye, or inner lid of my eye. And that's, you can't really tell too well, but that is a like pinky, light pinky shimmery color. And Laura Geller is actually going out of business, guys. So if you want to go pick this up at Ulta ASAP, it's like 75% off. So just call your local Ulta and ask them if they have the Laura Geller. I was about to say like Helen Keller, what? Anyways, the Laura Geller for like 75% off. Just call your local Ulta before you go up there, or if you're already heading up there, make sure you take a look for the Laura Geller. Okay, so let's see how this Wild Heart color goes on without any like concealer or base, white base over top of like this area. Let's just slap it right on top. So that's the Wild Heart color right here. Oh, but yeah, speaking of the Central Park 5, also this dude on Facebook that I follow, he like is an actor and stuff, and I typically like respect what he has to say in regards to movies, but I really felt some type of way about what he said about the Central Park 5 documentary. So pretty much what he said is like, oh, why are they still pushing, like he doesn't want to watch it because he feels like, oh, like how many times are we going to talk about the same thing, like the same storyline. And so he's saying like, oh, I don't want to watch it because of that. Like, let's talk about positivity and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, are you dumb? Like, that really made me mad. I'm like, of all the things that you possibly could have said about this, that's what you have to say? Simply because this is not a storyline. This is history. This actually happened. This is something that should be in the history books throughout elementary, middle school, high school. This really happened. This is a part of your history. This is learning the past so we know what to do in the future and how not to repeat the same situations. So this isn't just a story that is being disseminated for no apparent reason. This is a fact. And it is something that you should take upon yourself to make sure that you know about and that you learn, so that when it does come up in the future, when your kids learn about it, hopefully learn about it because they should learn about it, you are able to say, oh, let's look at this documentary, or oh, I know about that and here are both sides of the story. But you're not going to know because you're refusing to watch it, because it's perpetuating a certain type of story about black people. But it's not just perpetuating a certain type of story about black people. It's perpetuating the truth about all people, how all people acted in this situation, and how most people in this situation should definitely be ashamed of themselves, period. So I just really was irritated by the fact that he was like, oh, I don't want to watch it because it's perpetuating this and the third. Are you dumb? Like, this is a story that's been long overdue to be told. And then here's the other thing, is that you're acting like this is just something that came about out of nowhere. Like, no, they've been working on this for a while. And they should have been working on it for a while, because the truth should be out there and everybody should watch it. All races, all genders, nationalities, people outside the country, everybody should be watching this, because this is history. This is U.S. history. And it just so happens to do with how black people are treated. Like, this ain't a movie. This is history. So I was very bothered by that. That just was some nonsense that he said that day. Okay, so let's move on to the Laura Geller palette. For my main Instagram, I kind of have to do like softer looks to go with like the lifestyle type of situation, just to go with everyday looks. I just feel like a lot of the extra looks don't go with my everyday looks. But I am wearing pink today, so that's why I kind of went with this like kind of pink sultry kind of look. Okay, so this eye is done as far as the liner, and the liner that I ended up using was the Liquid Genius RK by Kisses High IQ liquid eyeliner, which is not new. I've been had this, but I really don't like it, which is why I thought that I bought the NYX to try that, because everybody says they love it so much. Oh, this liner always messes everything up for me. So now I'm going to be putting on these lashes. So these are some Tarte lashes, which honestly people are so hung up on the what are those lashes, the ones with the extra Miami? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm, House of Lashes. I'm not sure if it's House of Lashes or not, but people are so hung up on those lashes and the extra Miami and Miami lashes that everybody acts like those are the only lashes that are high-end that you can really buy, and they're so expensive. They're like $22, $25 for a pair of lashes. And yeah, they're supposed to last a long time and you can reuse them like millions of times, but that's like not the only lash. Like I really hate when we get so into trends that it's like, oh, that's the only one that we can use, like that's the one that everybody wants to buy now, everybody looks the same now. So I just wanted to, I saw these lashes and I was like, you want to know what, these are just as cute as those Extra Miamis, so I'm gonna get these, and they were only like $12-15, period. Like, let's not. And then also they are vegan lashes, so, and cruelty free, so come on now, it can't get no better. And these lashes feel so soft. Okay, so now I have the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, which so many people were telling me about this, so I decided to go ahead and get it because Ulta just got like restocked with it and they didn't get too many, so I decided to go ahead and get it. Okay, so this is how big it is right here, and let's see, so it's e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I really don't have like a lot of pores, so I don't know like what this is actually going to do for me, if anything at all, but I mean, it is, oh it is a primer regardless, so you know, let's prime. So it's really smooth. It doesn't really smell like much. So it is like making me a tad white. So for me, I think this will just like help me like to be matte. Like, you kind of, it feels like you can use this like if you're oily, like it could help with that. I'm not oily, so this would just help me to like look matte in general. Okay, so I look like a ghost. But that's okay because the foundation is going to cover it. And y'all, wait till y'all see what foundation I'm using, period. Watch out for your girl coming through with Juvia's Place. Y'all already know people been ranting and raving using this foundation, and I have the color Acra 330. So everybody has said that this is super full coverage, so we're gonna go ahead and try it out. So what I'm actually gonna do is just go ahead and apply it straight to my face. Does that look light, y'all? I should then squoze it all over the place. Okay. Oh no, I don't know if it looks light. I think I just look ashy because of that putty, so I can't really tell if it's matching or not. Okay, I'm gonna have to clean that off later. So let's use my regular foundation brush. Oh yes, so I do think that this is definitely full coverage. I just don't know if this matches. Oh Lord, this is gonna make me upset. Y'all, I don't know. I'm not too confident in the way that this looks. Y'all, like, how do y'all feel? I have to go look in the bathroom because maybe it's just like the fact that I have my umbrella light on, because when I look right here, not looking straight into the light, it looks okay. I'm scared. hold on. Okay, y'all, so I swatched my regular foundation, which is the L'Oreal Neutral Cappuccino N8 right here, and I think that looks darker than this one. Like when I'm looking without looking, like when I'm looking in the camera, it looks like super light, and this looks like it's definitely darker on camera. And it looks dark. I mean, this line looks darker off camera, but in general my whole face does not look that bad off camera. I'm just gonna try and do my whole face and see what happens. So I'm also using a new product to highlight as well. So, you know, everybody rants and raves about the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. So those are the two that I got. I got the 122 and the 142. 122 is sand and 142 is golden. And golden is darker, so let me go ahead and just use the darker color just to play it safe. This might be too light. Now I'm using the AC Cosmetics setting powder in neutral. Okay, so let's go ahead and use the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in Dark Deep. I really love this sculpt color on me to contour. So I'm gonna go ahead and contour with that. Okay, y'all, so I just turned the exposure down, so maybe that was a part of the problem as far as me looking into the camera to see what was happening. So I think what I see and what you see right now is a little bit better. Okay, so how do y'all feel now that the exposure is different? I still feel like I look ashy. Okay, let's put on some blush. I really need to just hurry up. Hey peeps, so I'm here pretty much with the final look. Let's see here. I just want to point out to you that I do have some pink in my waterline, which I used the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Lip Liner for that color. And then just to top it off, we are going to use the Laura Geller Color Luster in Rose Tourmaline. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but yeah, Rose Tourmaline. A really nice, like, glittery color. Once again, they're going out of business, so most of their stuff is 75% off at Ulta, but it feels really nice. It's really unfortunate that they're going out of business because this could have been a go-to gloss for me to like re-up on all the time. Okay, so that's the final look. I think overall it does look really nice, and it doesn't, like, I know it looks like a very harsh contrast kind of from my under eye to my cheek area, but in real life I don't think the contrast is that harsh. And then also when you're taking pictures, I don't think the contrast is going to be that harsh, which is why I did put on more, is because I am going to go ahead and take pictures in this look. And I mean, I wish, so I am going to go ahead and get a darker shade in the Age Rewind concealer from Maybelline. So I am going to get a darker color in that because I do think that even the golden color was a little too light for me. And then also the foundation from Juvia's Place is a matte foundation, and I think I did hear someone saying that you don't want to also like set or bake. I think they meant like bake, like you don't want to bake with this foundation because it is a matte full coverage foundation. So I do feel like my foundation is kind of cracking and creasing way earlier than usual, and then just cracking in general is not okay. That's not something that I typically experience. So I think that might be because I did kind of bake a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and see if that happens again. So I'm gonna do my face with this foundation one more time just to see how I feel, and then I'll see if I want to return it or exchange it for a different color. I'm really not sure if I'm feeling the color of the foundation, but with my contour and everything, that kind of like brings some color back to me, which is another reason why I went heavy with the blush, is to bring some color, because boo, I was looking ashy, period. I was looking ashy. But then also I'm going to try the foundation without the e.l.f. putty primer, because that had me looking ashy, period. So maybe that has something to do with it, even though I don't think it does, because the Juvia's Place was so full coverage, you can't see anything that happened before it over top of it, or just affecting the color, because it's so full coverage that it's covering up everything. So overall I like my look today, but in general I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the Juvia's Place. I think I do like the e.l.f. putty primer, but I do think that's maybe something you don't want to use along with the foundation because of the cracking. So maybe that is a way that the e.l.f. did affect it, is because of the cracking situation. So it was like matte on matte on matte on matte on matte, like boo, how much matte do you need? So maybe that was a problem. I absolutely love these Tarte lashes. Like, they are giving me life. Are they not giving you life? If they're giving you life, make sure you thumbs up, period, because we need these in our lives, if you ask me. I'm loving it. I'm loving this pop of neon pink in my waterline, loving it. I love my entire like eye look, period. Like, I love it. So just to give y'all another look at it, I absolutely love the eye look. Like, the eye look is amazing. And honestly, the extra color on my cheeks are really giving me life as well. I just love the extra. I love the consistency of this Laura Geller lip gloss. Absolutely bomb, if you ask me. I really don't care for the Black Radiance highlight that they have in that dark to deep palette. I really don't care for it. No, I think my highlights from Artist Couture are like just so much better, honestly. And then also I use the Missy Lynn and BH Cosmetics collab palette. That was limited edition. I don't think they sell it anymore. They might sell the highlighters, but you can't get it with the Missy Lynn package. So don't like go in there looking for Missy Lynn. Just see if they have some highlighters, which I have like two like different types of golds that I typically mix together for the highlight when I use it. So yeah, I think those highlights are so much better than this Black Radiance highlight that I have on right now. I just wanted to try it out because I haven't tried it on myself before. But yeah, so I just wanted to do like a whole video of trying new products. You know, there's some that I like, some that I don't. You know, we'll see if I'll be returning anything. But let me know if you like this video of me trying new products and just giving an overall review of everything as I go and at the end. So definitely comment down below to let me know how you feel about that, and definitely thumbs up and share this video if you really like it. And thank you all for watching to the end. I will see you in the next video.